To our final stop in New York City, Immanuel Union Church on Staten Island. It's considered an excellent example of a suburban Protestant church. The original building was constructed in the shingle style in 1895. It had an engaged central tower with a pyramidal roof and corner turrets. It was expanded in 1916 and again in 1957. Despite the expansions, the building remains substantially intact, inside and out. The congregation traces its roots to the temperance movement. It was associated with nearby National Prohibition Park, which I had never heard about until getting ready for this, and I think it's fascinating. It was a popular summer colony that drew 200,000 annual visitors by the late 1890s. It had campgrounds, a hotel, recreational facilities, and a 4,000-seat auditorium. As Prohibition waned, the land was eventually sold off and developed. And the city bought remaining acres for parkland. It's now the Westerleigh neighborhood. The congregation houses a Boy Scout troop and hosts family programs. And members have stocked a pop-up food pantry during the pandemic. We're pleased to have architect and president of the Westerleigh Improvement Society, Mark Anderson. Mark?
Thank you, and thank you for having me. Ella Bull lived across the street from the church, and she was the person who began the Sunday school. As a young girl, Ella witnessed the Women's Crusade firsthand as a young girl in Ohio, and ultimately became the world president of the Women's Christian Temperance Union during Prohibition. Though there were many Methodist campgrounds in the late 1800s, National Prohibition Park was unique in that it was multi-denominational. And Immanuel Union Church was created as a reflection of Prohibition Park, as one of the first non-denominational churches in the country. It was Prohibition Park's church. Today, Westerleigh is a residential neighborhood where the residents embrace the history. Westerleigh is one of Staten Island's best kept secrets, and we would like to thank the Conservancy and in particular, Ann Friedman and Glenn Umberger for their assistance to have Immanuel Union Church put on the National Register of Historic Places as the first historic designation of our Prohibition era. Thank you for letting our secret out and putting Immanuel Union and Westerleigh on the historic map of America.
Thank you, Mark, and we are so happy to have been helpful.